So what I'm going to do is list here some things to consider. One, raise your children first. Now, this is obviously being written with parents in mind. If you spend more time working for things, your child will watch you and imitate that behavior. This reinforces the invisible will. Two, sacrifice your riches for the moment. Don't sacrifice the child for the wealth. Now, if this means you will struggle, just live within your means and be comfortable with not driving the best car or having the best things. When you have to see old friends who have a Lexus, talk up the fact that your child is performing Shakespeare during recitals. You really shouldn't be competing with your friends anyway, but you'll see your friends have more expensive things than you when you live this way. And you have to be comfortable and know that within yourself that everything you're doing is for your family, for your children. We don't drive the coolest cars. It costs $5,000 a month for me to pay for room and board for my son. You know what kind of car I could drive on $5,000 a month? You can't look at what other people have and compare yourself to whatever they're doing, because your investment is in your kids. 3, money doesn't create happiness. All right, okay, that's a lie. Money is money is not bad. Don't let me sit up here and say that. I'm full of crap. We go to Miami where our son is in school each year. It's great. Money's not bad. So, as kind of my tone, I know it's kind of burdened. It's heavy. Money's not bad. You know who thinks money's bad and evil? Poor people. And I'm poor people. I used to think, oh, you chase money, you're pursuing money, it's a bad thing. And I learned that from being in religion. I learned that from religion. And it's wrong. It's completely wrong, man. What you do in pursuit of money is bad. And it can be bad, but money's not bad. Money is just money. Okay? And most of the problems that families have comes from not having enough money. That's simple and plain. And I know I'm asking you to sacrifice and give to your kid, but there's a balance that has to be met, and you have to keep it even. But money may not create happiness, but loving your kids does. And funny enough, when I started writing this and we made that first $500,000, and then the next year we made another, and we were at $1 million in about a year and a half, we knew we had done the right thing. So we had pulled the kid out of school. We homeschooled our daughter, and we didn't have that 2-income family. We didn't have the fancy cars. I still drove a station wagon, for God's sake. When I hit 1.2 million in sales on Amazon, I was driving a Ford Taurus station wagon. And I'd been driving it since I was a basketball coach back in California. And I still had that thing. And one of the first things I did when we did hit it, I went and got a Cadillac. I don't have it anymore. I got rid of it. All right. But that's a completely different thing, and I'm off topic, and I'm supposed to be listing these things. Raise your children first. 1, sacrificing your riches for the moment is important. That's 2. 3, money doesn't create happiness, but it's not bad, so don't think that. And here's 4. Children can generate real happiness simply through their laughter and success. We had our kids in this program called Visible Community Music Schools from Visible College, and watching them perform recitals. The feeling that you have videotaping that process, it doesn't matter how much money you make, to see your children be fulfilled and successful, it's unlike anything you'll ever experience. 5, when you can't save, don't buy. 6, when you can save, don't buy. Yeah, I know. I know that's 5. When you can't save, don't buy. When you can save, don't buy. Don't buy. That will help you to save money. That'll mean that you can do more for your kids, and you can start putting a little bit away into a mutual fund, into 401k if you have a job, into savings, into something that will grow. Check with your bank, and they have different accounts that you can put your money into that grow at a faster rate than a savings account. A savings account is basically a waste of time, but that's neither here or there. We won't get into that. 5, when you can't save, don't buy. When you can save, don't buy. 7, treating yourself. Of course, you need to treat yourself. Of course. When I say don't buy, that is just me telling you to understand purchases and keep track of those purchases. If there isn't any money coming in to replace what goes out, then save. But you have to treat yourself. You do. You have to treat yourself. Do something as simple as ice cream night, movie night, pizza night, and enjoy your family. The small traditions are what the kids will remember later. They don't remember the struggle. I grew up poor. I didn't know that. I knew we stayed in the projects. I knew we stayed on 5th Street. I knew that, but I didn't know I was poor. My mom was good. She tried to break the invisible wall, but she had to do it by herself. My dad wasn't there. My sister's dad wasn't there. She had to do it all, so we saw when she struggled, and we took on her struggle. And what my sister and I wanted to do immediately was to get out of the house when we were 18 because we didn't want her to continue to struggle. That was our way of breaking the invisible will. But if you can do small things with your kids, it breaks that will. Treating yourself is a great idea. Do it. Don't overdo it. 8, don't allow friends and family to negatively reinforce your fears. Having a positive outlook is difficult. What I recommend is taking a minute when you wake up to remind yourself to find something positive to begin your day. Look at the sunlight coming through the window and say, this is going to be a good day. These are positive affirmations. Do that. But don't allow friends and family to negatively reinforce your fears. And I'm saying this primarily because we had people who would, like I say, when we pulled our kids out of school, when we pulled our son out of school and we kept our daughter at home and homeschooled, people basically were like, are you sure? Ain't none of your business. You don't need to say, are you sure? Same thing goes for you. If you have somebody that you're talking to and they say something, don't throw some negative stuff in there. Unless they know that's kind of your thing and you just throw negative stuff everywhere. Don't do that. All right? Don't allow your friends and family to negatively reinforce your fears. That's 8. 9. As much as you can create positive affirmations, sometimes they don't work. Sometimes you can't will yourself into a positive day, but you can monitor your response to the day. Take the time to realize most people want drama, and they love it when you have drama. So approach all situations with logic and a plan and patience. 10. Write it down. Now, on this book, It says your great idea is valuable. Get up and write it down. That really is it's so important, super important, right? But write it down and plan it out this time. Unlike the past, right? If you've read this far, I need you to begin writing down everything. Anything in this book that you've seen, put a tick mark next to it, highlight it, use a pen. If you're listening to this, write notes while I'm talking. Write these notes to yourself. Write everything. Use a journal, use notepads, use sticky notes, get a blog, whatever. Write everything. Don't make your life public on Facebook or other social media outlets, but definitely make your plan something to discuss on Facebook because someone else may benefit from what you're saying. But don't give away everything out there. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, all these different social media platforms, Snapchat. Don't put everything out there, but if you want to make yourself accountable, then do it. Ideas, write them out, and those ideas will begin to grow. You'll have more ideas, and from that, you're going to develop something that works for you. Number 11, and I know this is a lot. You have to take baby steps to adulthood. All right? Baby steps. You can't jump from $1 to $1 million. It took me 1.5 years, almost 2 years to get to 1.5 million or so. Baby steps to adulthood. That's how it works. My first business failed because I wanted everything too soon. And I failed to do a business plan. I'd written one. I even taught business writing. I took $25,000 and dumped it into something that I didn't really understand. If I knew now or if I knew then what I had the money to do, I would have written a different book than what I just wrote here. It took 4 years for me to get to the point to writing this book. It's another 4 years for the other 2 books. 4 years. It takes a while. And even now, I'm 13 years. 2011 was the last year I worked a full-time job. It's 2023 now. I'm 13 years into not having a full-time job. And man, it's still a daily process of figuring it out. It takes a while. But you know what? Drive slow. And you can enjoy the ride to success because you're going to have pitfalls. Drive slow. Now, I'm pretty sure you're wondering how the last 9 chapters here are going to help you with this 1 hour to wealth thing. Well, first, what you have to understand is this. Wealth is not defined by me as money. Wealth to me is family success. When you have a strong, healthy family and healthy, beautiful kids who are loved and given every chance to learn how to live and love, then you are already wealthy. And I know that's not the answer you're looking for. I know that. And I'm prepared for that. So in the next section, I'm going to explain how you can develop your own 1 hour to wealth plan because there is something to this. There's a lot to this. And it's going to be based on a workshop I was hired to present at a college after I was making dough. And then I will detail the launch of a business by a former volunteer intern. And then finally, in this book, in this video, in these videos, I will give you the 24 keys to wealth, real wealth. Let's get into it.